All right, good morning, everybody. Today's May 2nd, 2025. Ambient temperature outside 79 degrees, sunny conditions. This is in regards to claim number 2083c195x. Today, we're going to be doing a repair attempt. Now, there are multiple shingles in question that are damaged all over the roof on multiple slopes. I have decided to pick this slope here and this shingle here, and I'll tell you why. So there's plenty of wind damage up here closer to the ridge on this slope, but the reason I picked right here from this tree strike that you can clearly see is penetrated all the way through is because this section right here is, in my opinion, the most repairable portion of this roof. I want to give you guys an absolutely non-biased professional opinion on this roof, and I would love to show you what I'm talking about. So if I turn here towards the front of the house, I'm going to show you this in a second, but I want to show you this. So the mains, upper, front, and rear slope, probably the worst condition of it all. As you can see here, there's missing laminates and creased shingles everywhere. The whole side of this has been blown up. Nails are pulling through. I mean, it's just flapping in the wind here. I mean, that's everywhere you look. Now, I want to bring your attention to this. The reason I didn't pick this slope is for what I'm going to show you here. So I'm not here to make an argument that zip ring is or is not caused by wind damage. It doesn't matter to me at all. But what I'm here to show you is, let me get the shadow out, creasing all through it. And the nails have torn through. So I don't know if you can see this. All the way down. Look at this. Right? All the way down. That entire thing is up. Each nail has pulled through. I mean, we're talking about over a 10-foot section, and that's just because I stopped chalking. It'll go all the way down to the gutter. Crease all the way through. I mean, look at this. Just flapping in the wind. I mean, that's kind of why we were called out here originally. And just to show you, let me get it close up on this. The nails have torn through, right? At this point in time, when the nails have torn through and there's creasing involved, whether it's zip ring or not, doesn't make a difference to me. I'm simply, as the contractor here, I'm taking pictures of what I see, I'm documenting what I see. And what I see is an entire slope that's not repairable. You know, here on this lower slope, I mean, this guy's on the water, you know, nonetheless, but I mean, just shingles blown off this thing everywhere. Shingles ripped on this thing everywhere. Laminate pieces on this thing everywhere gone. Creasing everywhere. So going forward with this, I just wanted to be upfront with you guys and show you guys that I'm going to give this the most honest attempt to repair that can possibly be. And we're going to go ahead and get into that now. So without further ado, let me get my camera set up here. So I'll attach my license number at the bottom of this video for my BEI asphalt shingle repairability license. But what you're looking at here, how I marked everything up, is 8 shingles that are connected to the shingle in question. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to make our attempt to repair this shingle in question here that's outlined in orange. The rest of the shingles that you see in blue are all a part of this system. Now, before I start this video, start this repair, I'm going to go ahead and do something. I brought a painter's brush. This is to show you there's no funny business going on. As you can see, there is some granular loss, but it's pretty minimal at this point. Shingle in question, I'm hitting every shingle here. Right? Just to show you that. None of these shingles are unsealed. Okay, so that's that. We're going to be using hammer, famous roof snake, 1.25" roofing nails. Now, I'm going to break the seal line on the shingle, and I'm going to use my hands as little as possible here. Is this camera angle good? Yes, it is. So, like I said, using my hands as little as possible here. Let's go ahead and break the seal line on the shingle in question. Actually, you know what? To break the sealant line, I'm going to do something that will actually help this case. I think I brought my, okay, here it is. So, I'm going to use this putty knife, because this putty knife is flat, it's sharper. It's going to break this seal line easier. Yeah, that's a lot easier. So, I'm not using my hands here, I'm just simply going across that seal line. Okay, that shingle line is broke. Okay, so now, I need to get the one above it. That seal line is good above it. Okay, now I can start trying to get some of these nails removed here. First order of business, identify these nails. Okay. There's one. Those are just pulling right through, so. And as y'all know, it's going to be high nailed. Okay, that one's good. Good. Let's get these high nails out. Got a little bit of algae build up there. Okay, so yeah, those are pulled through also. So these nails were definitely overdriven, but that's okay for now. We can work around that. So they've all pulled through. Okay. Now, as y'all know, manufacturer says I can lift this shingle 45 degrees, but I can assure you I will not be doing that today. I just simply need to get these nails up. One left. It appears. Two left. So, sorry, these mayflies are tearing me up. Okay, now that the shingle in question is removed, as you can see, there's a pretty serious tree strike there. You have a clear hole right through the shingle. So, now that that's out of the way, before I continue, I want to evaluate the damage that we have thus far. So, I'm going to grab my camera off the tripod before we nail a new shingle on here. I'm going to show you what we got going on. So, we do have some granular losses. You can see the chalk kind of turning into dust. A lot of buildup of granulars here at my pitch hopper. Let's evaluate for a second before we continue. So, shingle number 2. So far here, very minimal mat transfer on this one. Shingle number 3, not so much. So this one's got pretty decent mat transfer on it. You know, that needs to be repaired. That's all the way, you know, that's ripped from the shingle below all the way through the mat. That's going to be a no-go. Shingle 4, actually, hold on. Let's look on the upside of 2. So, yeah, we can work with 2. Let's check out 4. Well, the mat, the under limit looks okay thus far. So, shingle number 4 is a no-go. So this sealant line is broken free. I'm gonna lightly pull up on this. Just to, whoa, that's pretty bad. All right, so, shingle number 4, big mat transfer. Even bigger mat transfer here. Okay, shingle number 4, and let me get a good angle of that. And shingle number 5, cooked. Mat transfer from one to the other. To be honest with you, in this spot right here, it looks like it could have even got the underlay in it. I think we might be okay actually, but shingle 4, shingle 5, so far is a fail. So let's just go ahead and, as I'm doing this, like I said, I'm trying to just every step, right? So shingle 3, big mat transfer on that one. So far we're crossing out shingle 3. Shingle 3 has failed. Shingle 4, mat transfer, big time. And on this shingle here, which I actually didn't even label, but we'll call that shingle number, it doesn't matter what shingle number it is. This one has failed also because of the mat transfer here. Shingle number 4 has failed because of the mat transfer. That's not coming off without tearing it. Shingle number 4, once again, there's that big mat transfer there on the upside of it. We already know that one's failed. Shingle number 5 is the upside of 4, so I just showed you the material on that. So far, that's a fail as well. Okay, so we got shingle 3. We have this shingle here. We'll just call that shingle 9. Has failed. Just lost my chalk. I'll carry on here. So far, 3 has failed, 9 has failed, 4, 5 has failed. So far to change one shingle, we are at 1, 2, 3, 4 other shingles have failed so far. Working our way to shingle 6 here. Shingle 6 appears to be okay. Let's look at the top side of 6. Well, a nail pull through on 6. That's going to be a fail. I'll have to re-nail that shingle. And the nails, I mean, it's wallered out there as you can see. Maybe you could caulk this, maybe re-nail it. I'll go ahead and give it the benefit of the doubt on that one, and I'll say it's not a fail so far. Shingle number 1, actually haven't had to break that one loose yet, so I'm gonna carry on. Let's get the shingle nailed on. Just wanted to kind of, as I'm going, show you guys where I'm at with this. Okay, so we have our brand new Gaff Timberline shingle, HD, Gaff Timberline HD. So that's the shingle that's current on the roof, or present on the roof. Gaff Timberline HD is no longer manufactured. They do make an HDZ. They're two different class shingles. One has a heavier impact rating and more algae resistant. So the one that is on the roof is an HD. They do not make that anymore, but they do make an HDZ, which is an upgrade, but they don't make the one that's on the roof. So let's go ahead and get the rest of these nails out. And then we're gonna put the shingle on here. And guys, the reason I'm not rushing through this, you know, and doing a 5-minute repair attempt video is because, like, I want to be transparent with y'all. I want to show you exactly what's going on when I do an honest repair on this roof, and I want to show you what we experienced in the field. I've showed you on the other slope how unrepairable it is. This is by far the most repairable of the slopes. I know it is the smaller of the slopes, but you know, I just wanted to give it a fair shot. So that's what we're doing here. All right, we're gonna get these strike zones lined up best as possible here. So this is the exact shingle that's on the roof now. The homeowner had a half a bundle of it from the day of install years and years ago. So as you can see, there's definitely a color difference just because of the sun fading, but nonetheless, it's the shingle that's on the roof, even though you can't buy it anymore. So just keep in mind, regardless of how the rest of this repair goes, we've already lost 1, 2, 3, 4 shingles to change one. So unfortunately, like, you know, I'll have to be back in this area. There will be another repair made, and like I said, there's damage all over the ridge. So, you know, just right now where we're at with this video, it's most definitely not repairable, but I'm gonna go ahead and just finish it out and just see what else. So there's that granular loss. The chalk lines that were on the roof are no longer with us because of the granular loss. Flies are tearing me up. Sometimes these nails give me a hard time. That's okay. You know, technically, guys, this shingle 4 has failed. This has already failed. I'll show you the Sears mat transfer. I'm gonna go ahead and just get it out of my way and nail her in. The shingle's already failed. This is the one with the big mat transfer on it, so there's no need for me to use the roof snake on that one. I'm just gonna go ahead and nail her in. Making sure not to over nail it, right? Okay. Now we gotta high nail it. Let's get to that upper level. Now, this shingle has to come right back out. It's failed big time. There's mat transfer all over it, as well as 5. So like I said, I'm literally continuing this repair so that the homeowner doesn't have to have a tarp on his house right now. But as y'all know, these 2 shingles have already failed severely. magnetic hammers are not the best. Now this 6 has technically failed because of the nail pull-throughs. Yeah, 6 has failed, 7's failed. Okay, we're nailed in, we're good to go. So let's do our final recap and let's go ahead and give our final assessment on this to just show where we're at. I appreciate you taking the time, Kamani, to watch this. You know, it means a lot because the conditions out here in the field, it's just hard to understand it through a paper report. So here we go. Now, first and foremost, right? Let us check. I mean, as you can see, let us check the granular loss on this. Look at that. Damn, these flies are getting me. So there is pretty serious granular loss now, right? Kind of self-explanatory. Mat transfer everywhere. Nail pull-throughs back on 6 here like I was showing you. So nail pull-throughs. This shingle's no good, but you know, this is gonna have to get replaced anyways. You know, this shingle right here is already starting to crease. Coming across here. Every single shingle on this roof, or in this repair, I'm sorry, has damage to it. Big mat transfer on 4, on 5, on 3, on 9 over here. I showed you that already. On these, on the bottom side, right? 2 made it out alive, and 8 made it out alive. So remember, 6 failed, nail pulled through. This sawtooth right here is delaminated. I'm not gonna pull it all the way off, but as you can see, it's delaminated. Underneath of there, definitely got some mat transfer. Look on the upside, right? 6 has failed. 7's creasing on us, and also right here where my thumb's at, mat transfer, mat transfer. So to finish this video out, 1, 2, out of 9 shingles, 7 of them failed to repair 1 shingle. Let's go back up here. So testing for brittle test. Definitely a fail. Mat transfer, big fail. Creasing, I showed you that on 7 and 6. That's a fail. I mean, granular loss, that's very self-explanatory, by the way. The chalk is just running off the roof like that, but also a fail. So when it comes to this claim, in conclusion, this ATR has failed. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.